This first drill we call circle trap. We got 4 players in blue, 4 in white. Now what we're going to try to do here is the 2 people closest to the ball are going to trap it, and the other 2 will become interceptors. We want to work on good traps, playing with strength in our legs, and showing our hands. And what you'll see here next is the terminology we use. We want to get 2 on the ball and have 2 interceptors at all times. We'll also make this really competitive, so each team will get a minute working on their traps. Every time they deflect the ball or intercept it, it'll be a point, and the team that gets the most tips won't have to run at the end of the drill. I really like this trap here. We get foot to foot and show our hands. Another thing we talk about for our interceptors is we want to watch the player with the basketball when we're not trapping. We want to try to read his eyes, read his body, and try to just make go and make a play. We don't want to be afraid to take chances. We want to be aggressive as much as we can. This is a good offensive drill too. You know, your guys handling pressure. We try to tell our offense to use ball fakes and try to make the right read and make a strong pass. You can also work on your pivots, stepping through traps. I mean, there's just so many things you can do in this drill. Alright, so this next drill, it's pretty simple. We call it don't catch, and all you want to do is not let your offensive player catch the ball. It really teaches our players to be aggressive. This is also a competitive drill. Every time the offense catches the ball, it will be a point. And this thing kind of anything goes. It doesn't matter. That clock is going to run for 1 minute. I mean, the only thing I'm not going to let you do is like slam somebody to the ground, but there's no out of bounds. We're trying to put pressure on the ball. We're trying not to let the offense catch it. If the ball ever hits the floor, so you can only do chest passes. If the ball hits the floor, it's not a point. If you travel, it's not a point. And the pass has to be at least 6 to 8 feet apart. You can't just be going for these little short passes. So this will really tell you a lot about your team. You know, how physical they are, how competitive they are. I've had guys who I've seen actually never let their guy catch the ball all season. It just really brings out the aggressiveness of your players. Not only does it like create a aggressive mentality, but it's a great conditioning drill. We don't really run a lot in practice or at the end of practice. We take pride in doing our conditioning within the practice. So these guys are running all over the place. They're trying to stay with their offensive player, and they're just playing hard. So this next drill is a 2-on-1 drill. We call it Texas 121. It'll be a 1-on-2 drill that turns into a 2-on-1. Allows our players to be aggressive offensively as well as make game-like reads. On the 2-on-1, we want to stress that if the defense commits, we want to dish the ball. If the defense doesn't commit, then we need to be aggressive and just finish at the basket. Something else I like about this drill is it really puts us in situations where we have to think fast and make quick reads, or even if we're just on a fast break and we feel some pressure coming from behind us. Those are things we just can't simulate in basic layup drills, and this allows us to be in a more game-like situation.